J Mack from Syracuse, New York, man. Came all the way out to see my Colorado Buffs.
What channel do you watch that brought you out here?
The pregame show.
Never watched the college game till last season when Coach Prime came to Colorado. And I am in Colorado at Folsom Field. I am the Colorado Buffaloes auntie from Texas. Sweet treat.
Hey, I've been following the pregame show. It's all about let's go Buffs.
Away from Texas. Yes, sir. Watch you every single day. Nobody lays it down like Uncle Neely and the pregame show.
Neely, pregame show behind the scenes of everything. And why does he get that kind of access? Why does he get that kind of access? Because trust is involved. You would never get the kind of access you desire unless there's trust and relationship. You're trying to put your own game.
Second day of media, fourth day of practice here at the University of Colorado. We had Pat Shurmur, Zach Crisler, Draylen Miller on the podium. I felt like we learned a lot. What was it like down on the field for day 4, and also a little bit on day 3? What was yesterday like?
I think the energy is continuing to ramp up on all sides of the ball, including special teams. I think now what we're looking for is just consistency. The coaches give out grades after each practice, so you've had some guys get a 4 on one day and fall back to a 3. What they're looking for now is like, all right, fellas, we're here. If you give me a 4, give me a 4 the next day. Give me a 4 the next day. Because when you look at what we used to have, Shedeur, Travis, Cameron Stillman, Craig, the list goes on, those guys were consistent. We got the talent now, but do we get down the road and replace the consistency?
Unc, as you know, I consider myself a very serious journalist.
You are.
And I feel as though my code journalist here let the people down the other day by not pressing you harder on quarterbacks. So, I'm here
You have
today.
always represented the people.
Exactly. I'm here today to ask you specifically, how have these quarterbacks looked through 4 practices?
I will tell you, man, what Pat Shurmur said under that tent, it was not coach talk. Either one of them could start against Georgia Tech. They both look phenomenal with their reps. It really mirrors what Shedeur is doing in Cleveland. When you get your time, don't worry about how little you got. What did you do with it? And they both have been very impressive. They commanded offense. Very few mistakes, if any. And the respect and camaraderie amongst the teammates that they're leading. I still think it's too early to tell, but I will say this. 6th season going in with Coach Prime, it's going to be more than accuracy. It's going to be more than who is doing this with the ball. It's going to come down with happening in the building. Classroom, meetings on time, breakfast on time. Did you weigh in? All those things. Because the way Coach Prime operates, you can't lead us on the field if you can't lead us in the building. But right now, on the field, it's tight.
Quick follow-up. Just could you give me a couple notes specifically on each Juju and Caden?
Yeah, I think that if I had an impressive meter, because of Juju's age, his impressive meter ticks further. Because what I'm seeing out of Salt, I expect. I saw it in highlights from Liberty. You expect a guy with that experience to come in and be able to do it. But when you look at Juju, you go like, damn, he's literally still 17. Like, he hadn't even hit his 18th birthday yet, and he's running this offense just as well as a guy that's played 4 years ahead of him. So from an impressive standpoint, I'm going to go with Juju. But I tell you what, if we were playing Georgia Tech tomorrow, Salt would be my guy because of the experience.
It makes a lot of sense. We talked to Big Zach Crisler today, and I asked him about what it's like lining up playing next to Big Larry Johnson. He said, that's a big boy right there. And it seems like they've kind of figured out at least a starting 5 that they kind of want to roll with. What did you see from that kind of unit and really the offensive line group through 4 practices, which obviously is going to be a big unit to watch?
Sure. I want to circle back on what I said. It's still a competition every day.
Mm-hmm.
You may see more guys out there together more than another bunch. But when you're in the offensive line meeting, Coach Gunnar White says, we don't have a depth chart. We're going to throw everybody out there on field goal. We're going to throw everybody out there run game, inside runs, zone stuff. We're going to throw everybody out there when it's red zone operation time because we got to figure this out.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be interchangeable. And I also think it's going to be situational as you get down the road because this offensive line was built to have some depth. Yeah. And you got some guys on the sideline watching reps who are just as capable as the guys on the field. And we didn't have that the past 2 years.
What's it been like watching Omari Miller out there? And, Pat Shurmur, he kept going on and on about how he grew as a person as well since that injury. Just what have you seen from him?
He's not only grown as a person, like mentally, he's physically bigger. He's put on the right kind of muscle. He's faster and stronger. He's by nature a kind of quiet guy, but he's now more vocal. What I enjoy watching is when DJ McKinney is out there and O is out there, because they bring out the best in each other, and they have one-upped each other. You've seen a one-arm catch, with O fighting him off. You also seen 2 plays later DJ getting a pick. So I can't wait for the Big 12 to see these 2 guys. They're special.
I asked this question to Draylon, and I thought he had a great answer, so I'll ask it to you as well. Who are a couple guys that have stood out to you through 4 practices that maybe not everyone is talking about?
The receiver we brought in, Sincere Brown, I've liked him. In the secondary, I always call him the other Tyfiq because I'm with the D-line Tyfiq more. And then Tyfiq on the D-line. I think that the depth and talent of this D-line is going to absolutely stop the run. And I think the depth and talent of our offensive line is going to promote us to be able to run. There's some individual names out there. Reem, no one was talking about Reem last year. Reem got player of the day for practice, and he's one of those guys who's like, yeah, right. But he is dominant out there this year. So I think there's more to come, particularly in that wide receiver room, RK. The depth in that room, Bucky, the depth in that room is off the charts, man. Like any given practice, somebody's going, blur. That's up top.
Yeah.
Well, you said today's player of the day. Who was yesterday? And also, where are we at in the offense versus defense matchup so far?
I think we're still defense is winning, but that's to be expected. But, man, some of those offensive deep balls are so pretty, it skews it back the other way. The most important thing that I like is I'm absolutely seeing at practice a commitment to run the ball. Like, there's no doubt about it from a play calling standpoint, from the way they line up and get down. I'm also seeing the tight ends getting involved more. So I'm saying all that to circle around, how do I pick a guy when it's moving around so much? And that's exactly what you want to see. I was telling some guys earlier, I think that this is the year that you truly get to measure Pat Shurmur's play calling. Because now it's not just, I got to get the ball to Shedeur and he's got to get it to Travis. Everybody is going to have a part in this offense. And I think after next week, we're going to know who's the more dominant guys going forward.
Scotty, Jake tried to skip you, but I got your back here, bro. What do you got to say?
I appreciate that, big dog. I mean, I was kind of going to ask something similar, right? I asked Coach Shurmur this earlier just in terms of, how things might look different with a different personnel, obviously different quarterbacks and whatnot. Have you noticed kind of a scheme shift and change of, play calling and how these guys are lining up through a few practices?
I'm smiling because of my reluctance to answer the question, because I'm a lot like Pat Shurmur and like just – really? Yeah, we got it. I don't want to show everything. I don't want to tell everything. But yes, it's different. You
like to leave a little up to the imagination.
Yeah. Like, I think the way this offense comes off the sideline and their formations don't look a hell of a lot like last year, just repetitively. I think that where the ball moves around, whether it's running or to the tight ends or deep threat to the receivers or even the running backs are involved in the pass game. I think that this season people will really get to see, a true Pat Shurmur offense, because you're not just, I got to get it to Shedeur and Shedeur has to get it to Travis. Now you can spread this thing around. Brick at tight end has been performing well. The running backs out the backfield has been performing well. And, of course, we've seen highlights of what the receivers doing down the field. So to answer the question, no one out there knows, because you haven't seen this offense before, because you're just used to get the ball to Shedeur get to Travis. And that's not how this offense is based.
There you go. It's the end of week 1. We'll be back here early next week for week 2 of fall camp.
Can I say this? Were we still running? Do y'all guys remember when on TNT NBA they skipped Shaq? And Shaq was like, okay, Chuck, you went 1, 2, 3, and 7. 1, 2, 1. No, I'm gonna come down there and knock your ass out, because it's supposed to go 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2 back to 1. And you Chuck Shaq, man.
You 1, 2, 1 then, bro.
Not bad.
It's 1, 2, 3, but you went 1, 2, 1.
Not bad, bro.
How did we not know you had such a good Shaq impression?
I was elite.
That was it.
So where y'all from?
We up from Miami, Florida.
We're from Miami.
All the way from Miami.
Appreciate y'all coming, man.
Hey, man, we love what you guys are doing, man. We want to support you in every way.
Appreciate your family.
And we're recruiting at home. Everything we see at home, we bring it this way.
My man.
You gotta believe. Dude, we've been believing since day one,
That's
dog.
why I gave him to
Remember
you.
back in Jackson State? We've been believing. with you in the pregame show.